Ladies and gentlemen, this is Internet Personality Vangelus here with a Transformers Universe Generation 2 series review of Inferno. He's a fire truck. Oh my god. But yeah, he's a really nice fire truck at that. I'm really impressed actually by the level of detail up here in the front. Check out all these white tampagraphs here. They're really solid, really crisp. I really like it. He's got just a really nice front of the vehicle. It's full. It's detailed. I'm blown away by it. Really, I've been gushing about it ever since one of my fellow podcastians, Buzzbeak, pointed out how much he liked it, and I took a closer look at it on the online photos. So the back of him's not bad either. There's detail all around. It's just a little overshadowed by how cool the front is. Maybe a bit more white back here would have been nice, but eh. He doesn't have a ladder. He has this. And it's not really that irritating to me. This is the G2 side of things, when everyone came with a spring-loaded missile launcher that was newly done for them. And a ladder would have been okay, but when I get to the robot mode, it'll be pretty clear that I think this is a bit of a better deal. It also has one of these projectiles sculpted to look like it's in the midst of firing, and I don't really like those. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. I'll just get this out of the way right now. Ah! Ladies and gentlemen, this is Auxiliary Vangelus, because the Internet Personality Vangelus has unfortunately knocked his brain out of his ear. But while he's being repaired, I'll continue the review. Anyway, as he said, this vehicle mode is really nice, but the transformation's part of what really turned, well, I guess us, but I'll just say me for now. What really turned me onto this toy, even little details like the way these wheels fold in. It's just everything compresses and panel folds and accordions together, and it's really, it's overall very satisfying. It's a transformation where, complex or not, you feel like stuff is happening, and you feel like you've accomplished something transforming the toy. It's not like you're just lowering legs. Like in this case even, instead of just the legs lowering, this entire thing goes in here. Like there's little slots cut for the wheels to go through, and then you seal them in by folding down his crotch. It's beautiful. Also, there's a really nice point to bring up here. His ankle articulation was unexpected and really well done. This is part of why I love this toy, are these ankles, but I'll get to those. Now, here's the part that's tricky. It's tricky mostly because it's very easy to pop pieces off here, and I'll try to edit around it if it happens, but you have to unlock these panels. I know that there's an easy way to do this, but I've never really found it. I just kind of haphazardly pull everything apart, but these panels, pretty much, they come off like this, they fold up, and then here's a part that some people have missed in their photos, is that this part folds underneath. So it becomes this really nice, kind of thick wing piece, which I really enjoyed. And on the same vein, this side all folds together. Now, whoa. Now that's one of the things you may hit with this toy, is his forearms are pegged in on a force-activated release so that they can't snap off. That's nice. Problem is, they snap off a lot. Especially because, and this is another big point against him, these joints are all nice and smooth. This shoulder joint is a really heavy ratchet. So if you try to move his shoulder by this forearm, it'll often just come off on its own, unless you're trying to show that. Then it'll actually work. But trust me, this guy is... forearms can pop off kind of easily. It's one of the few knocks I have against this toy, but not really enough to dwell on. Also, here's something a lot of people missed who got this early. This part rotates around. Why? You see how you can see his fist there? You see how you can't see his fist there? Yeah. So it's another nice little touch that adds a level of satisfaction to this. Like, just everything very minorly folds up and accordions up together to form a really well-defined robot body. Also, he has a bit of automorph, and I love automorph, so bias. You use this little headlight here and go like, fadoink, there you go. And also, something a lot of people thought when they first saw this, oh my god, he's so hollow, I can see Enki through him. This part folds up and really nicely fills out the back, and gives him back detail, which is something that a lot of Transformers can tend to miss. So, his robot mode is beautiful. It's really boxy and really kind of, boomf kind of stomach power up here, but it works for the character. It matches up with the big chest on the original, and overall, just everything about this robot mode, it feels absolutely complete. That's the thing I like about it. Now, if he had a ladder, he'd have a massive ladder hanging off of his forearm. This is where I warmed up to the gun, because the ladder on his forearm, while it would have been cool and kind of Gaugagar-ish, it also would have been kind of unwieldy, I think, unless it was a hilariously tiny ladder. Then it would have just been amusing. These wings are also a really cool thing. Now, they're supposed to just hang off the back here, but you can also have them, hang off the side, kind of like shoulder armor. You can have them hang up in the front like he's, blocking his arms from getting hurt. And you can also have them fold up like they're jet boosters, and he's going like, Air Inferno! So, they add a whole lot of play value and posability value to this guy, and I think these things are what make this toy, they're like the cherry on top. They make him a winner. A lot of people seem to just kind of put them off to the side, but to me, they were a big, a movable attached accessory, and I really like that. Now, movable accessories, though, now, this part, unfortunately, you can't really fold it back, because you see how the rotation's there? If you fold it back, it's sticking a whole lot forward, so that's unfortunate. But, really, one of the few knocks I can have against this toy, and if you knock the pin out that's holding it in there, see, it's not even a screw, it's just a pin. You can just knock that out, and then you can have him without a cannon at all, although I'd kind of prefer him with the cannon. Also, his head's extremely expressive, really nice ball joint. He can go like, what you talking about? Oh, what you talking about? Oh. And now the ankle joints I was talking about earlier are another thing that really complete this toy for me, because thanks to those ankle joints, you can have him like doing mid-stride poses, like, they stabilize him for any manner of pose in mid-step and mid-action. They open up a whole lot of possibilities for posing this guy, and it's one of the last things that really make me gush over this toy. This is one of the nicest Voyagers I've ever seen, let alone in Classics or Universe. So I'm really happy they made this guy. He's the only unique Voyager in Universe so far, like wholly unique Voyager design, so it's a great start. I hope they do more. This actually trumps a lot of the Ultras and Deluxes for me. Also, one last thing, just another minor victory for this guy. He has the Energon hips, those hips that aren't really hips but an assortment of hinge joints. The way he makes them work is this. He has an elevating and lowering kind of seesaw joint that makes all the poses that the Energon joint used to make look really awkward. It makes them natural, and it also makes them easy to do. You don't have to, like, swivel the hip around to make it go outside or forward and back, It's just, everything about this guy is complete and nice and satisfying, and I cannot recommend him enough. Especially to you Americans who are jerks and will be able to buy this guy for $20. That would be the best $20 one could spend on nerdy toys. Granted, there are better things to spend money on, like, your health and welfare and your family, but if you have some funny money left over, this is where those $20 should go. Inferno is a marvelous toy, and if you're in Canada or outside of the States and he shows up on eBay again for the incredibly nice price I got him for, which was about $40 shipped, I'd say it's worth it. If you're in the States, $40 isn't worth it because you can get it for $20, but up in Canada where it's 30 plus tax, or over in Europe where it's more, really, it's a good price, in my opinion. However, your mileage may vary. Just whatever you do, I'd say get a hold of this guy. He's remarkable. Anyway, this is Internet Personality Vangelus. I hope you enjoyed the review. It was gushy, but honestly, this guy deserves it. Now let's just get one more look at his visage before we go. Oh, Inferno. You're so sexy. Give me that big, epic gut, and let me put me inside it.